if you have your design, okay, choose one of these. And what you do is transferring that 4 times of same design. Okay, you can do any order like this or like this, depends on what kind of shapes of a paper you have. So what you do now is, if you have Bristol of this shape, each square is 3.5 inch. Okay, so you can mark 3.5 inch, and you'll be cutting eventually, so I don't care how much space in between, as long as you are making right? So each square is again 3.5 inches. And then your design, do the same thing like before. Shade on the back side of what you are going to do. Say I'm gonna choose this one for this time. That means shade with a soft pencil like 6B. Tape it. And you can transfer the design by going over with ballpoint pen. Yeah. Okay, so repeat this. You choose only one design out of 3, okay? The purpose of doing this is you'll be using same design for painting with 4 different color schemes. After you transfer the design to 4 squares, you have 6 choice options, but those 6 options, you choose only 4, okay? Because we don't have space for 6 color schemes on your color board assignment. You'll be choosing only 4, okay? So I'm gonna divide the demo into 2 stages. Today is stage 1. The difference between stage 1 and stage 2 is stage 1, you just use a pure hues. Okay, so this is a stage 1. Everything I painted today, painting on this are all pure hues. Not adding white, not adding black. Okay, and on Wednesday class, we're gonna develop to stage 2. That's the final stage of color scheme design assignment. So do you understand that? Do you see this and this are the same color scheme? This is before getting to this. For example, here, this is a pure orange and orange green. I mean, no, this is a pure red orange and red orange. Here, tint of red orange and shade of red orange. Okay, so stage 1, I want you to just to paint with pure hue to ensure what you are choosing light hues, light combination of hues. Okay, and then later you are allowed to mix with black and white to make the design to be further developed. Okay, so today's demo is just pure hue. I'm calling as stage 1. Okay, so let's choose the color scheme for each one. Your choices are either complementary, split complementary, triad, tetrad, square, tetrad, double split complementary, and analogous. Okay, so I think everybody knows what is complementary means. You are choosing only 2 hues as complementary hues, right? So, and on your color wheel, this big fat arrow like this in the middle is pointing out if you choose red, and then complementary hue of red is green, right? So red and green, red, orange, and blue, green, orange and blue. You guys already know about this because you have done the intensity scale already, right? So if you do a complementary hues, you choose only 2 hues opposite on the color wheel. Okay. Now, split complementary. On the color wheel, you see this one as complementary hues, but also you see this very skinny triangle here, right? And on your color wheel, it's already explaining this skinny triangle is split complementary. So Nadia is saying it's 3 hues. That's probably split, you are meaning split complementary. Yellow, and then blue violet, and red violet. You split the violet into 2 neighbor hues. Okay, so that's split complementary. Triad is this right triangle here, right? If I say, what is the triad including yellow? What are other 2 hues? And what is the triad including green? Of course, you can do other triad, blue, green, in that case, red, violet, yellow, violet, yellow, orange, right? So this right triangle in the middle is indicating what's the possibilities of triad. Now, tetrad was confusing because I talked about this, and I'm sure some people understood in my last lecture, and some people were still mesmerized. Tetrad has those 2 different squares here. One is this square, one is square, one is rectangular. Both are tetrad. Tetrad is color scheme of 4 hues, but there are 2 different tetrad. One is tetrad square. Okay, one is tetrad double split complementary. Okay, so if I ask you to do a tetrad square, including blue, what what are other three hues? Tetrad square, including blue. Okay. And but also there is tetrad double split complementary, which is the rectangular shape, right? So if I ask you to choose a double split complementary, including blue and green, what are other two hues in double split complementary? Blue, green, orange, red. That's the, okay. Of course, you can choose blue, violet. In that case, what are other two double split complementary? Yellow and orange and blue, violet. Yes, that's the double split complementary. So tetrad has double split complementary tetrad and also square tetrad. Okay, and analogous is not indicated in any of these. Analogous is just explained here. That's the neighbor hues. Here it says up like 5 hues, but I think it's good to have 4, stay in 4 hues if you're choosing analogous. Analogous is neighbors of the hues to choose from. For example, you can say violet, red, orange. That's good analogous scheme. You can do any combination of 4 neighbors. Okay. Any combination of 4 neighbors. And in that case, here, if you choose from yellow, orange to green, looks like they have some similarity. Everything has one particular primary hue. Of course, yellow is a primary hue, right? But these 3 other ones also has yellow. Is that true? Because yellow, orange, yellow is content of this. Yellow, green also has yellow. Green is a mixture of yellow and blue. So these 4 has all yellow, right? That makes these 4 to be harmonious and cohesive, right? And if you go blue to red, violet, I think blue is here. Blue, violet has blue. Violet has blue because violet is a combination of red and blue, right? Red, violet, it's small amount of blue, but definitely it has red and a small amount of blue to make red, violet, right? So blue is making all these 4 as cohesive hue to be binding all these 4. Okay, so analogous is just choosing neighbors up to 4. I don't want to stretch into 5 because then you may start to include 2 different primary hues. I'd rather stick with 4 hues to make it more cohesive. Okay, so that's analogous. So I explained those 6 different color schemes as my lecture last time. And now it's time for you to practice in your study. Okay, so